What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into brands that you sleeping on that you shouldn't. So in today's episode of brands you sleeping on that you shouldn't, we're gonna get into the brand Nabla. So I feel like a lot of people sleep on Nabla just because they don't launch a million launches the way a lot of other brands are, and a lot of way we're used to a lot of other brands launching. But when they do, I feel like it's always a good quality product. So I'm like, why does everybody keep sleeping on Nabla? So without further ado, let's get into it. So I do have face stuff from Nabla that I like, but I don't think I have any here. I think I took it all home. Wait, no, here's one. I didn't bring my bronzer, but I do have like a blush highlighter hybrid type thing. It's called Adults Only. It's the shade that's supposed to be a good alternative for the Fenty, what do you call it? Ruby Riches. I think this is great quality. You can always get these for 50% off during, what is it? The 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. So that's another reason I feel like it would be a good alternative for the, what do you call it? The Fenty Beauty one. Because it's like, if you can get this for 16 bucks. And wait, no, I think it's 14 bucks instead of $28, because these are reasonably priced already, just like Fenty is. But like when you can get it for 50% off, I definitely feel like you should check it out. So the formula on this is simply stunning. Let me take a swatch. I know, like, who am I swatching? And like, look at the pigmentation just alone off me swatching on my finger. And it's a stunning ruby shade that has a nice, like, I guess, sheer effect. So I'm gonna sheer it out on my hand so you can see it's a nice sheared out, like, shimmery type blush, if you will. So I feel like I'm gonna put this on top of that shade Dream Pop from what do you call it, Charlotte Tilbury, when it launches at Sephora Friday, just because I feel like it'll be gorgeous on top of that. And since it's supposed to be a matte blush, it'll give that nice shimmery effect that we're used to her blushes having, because she originally only had shimmery blushes. Come on, the drawer was getting stuck because I know there's a highlighter palette in there, the what is the unearthly highlighter palette in there, and it gets stuck on there either. But yeah, so that's just one of the beautiful products that they have in their line. They have foundations and concealers. I wasn't huge on the foundation. It just felt like an average everyday foundation. I wasn't crazy about it. The concealer was pretty nice. I haven't tried in their face powders, so I can't speak on those. They have really nice brushes too, so they have really nice tools. Matter of fact, I think I have some of their brushes here. Hopefully, yeah, like the little set that came for the holidays. I still use those brushes. They have this really nice precision tipped brush. It's really similar to the Sigma E Detail Define Crease Brush, I believe that's what it's called. I know it's over here. Just give me a minute though. But yeah, so they have some really nice brushes as well. I know Angelica Nikovic was talking about them. God, where's that brush? Y'all, I got a huge thing of brushes, so that's what's taking me so long. Sorry. I might not be able to show it just because I don't want to have to sit here for 20 minutes to show the brushes I'm comparing it to, but yeah, it's not looking good, girl. If I keep spinning around and like that brush is not popping up anywhere. All the other city brushes are popping up except it. So this is what all my brushes sit in, and as you can see, there's quite a few in here, so that's why it's taking so long to find this one brush. Oh, here it is. It's the Detail Diffuse Crease Brush. I feel like they have one that's really similar to this. It is a little more pinched in detail. In my personal opinion, I can't find that one either, but it's like, I feel like it's really good for if you're a person who likes to be detailed in your crease, like I am, like with the crease work I have going on right here with the burgundy. I feel like it really does a good job of pinpointing that. Oh, here it is. Well, see what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit more tapered than that one, but I feel like it's an excellent brush. I feel like it's really similar to, matter of fact, it might be more similar to one of my Blend Bunny detail brushes like that, because I know she has a few detail brushes in her set like that. But of course, I'm not gonna be able to find it in all these. Well, I mean, it's similar to this B1 brush, if you can see. Like, they're really pinched close in detail for you to blend to the crease nicely. So I feel like it's a really good alternative for that brush. I think Blend Bunny sells her brushes individually now, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, because when she first came out, I just bought 2 sets of it and called it a day. So I haven't bought any more since, just because I have so many brushes, as you saw in that cup. And then you have to think about how many brushes I have at home. But they have great tools as well. So don't sleep on Nabla when it comes to their tools or with their complexion products. As you see, this blended out beautifully. I wish I had brought the bronzer now for you to see, because I simply love that one. I've done a comparison and a battle of it, and if y'all remember the last underrated versus overrated, or one of the underrated versus overrated, I compared it to that new the new one from House Labs. So if you didn't like the House Labs ones, or you just didn't like the House Labs price, you could definitely check out that one. So they have some great, beautiful products, so don't sleep on them. But of course, we all know them for what? The eyeshadow. So let's get to those. So they have these little cutie palettes that they come out with. This was one of the last two they came out with. They had this one, and then they had one called Analog. It was more of a warm tone one, like a peachy gold eyeshadow to it. I think that one's already at home. I brought my favorite ones to show you. So this is Midnight. Of course, we know why I like Midnight. I mean, hello, it's a gorgeous blue. They have their own form of the Natasha Denona cream to powder formula, so it's more of a satin cream to powder type situation. This is it right here. That's the one thing I will say about when they put those shades in here. I don't necessarily like those, but since it's so sheer, I feel like it's something I could just put on my brow bone and call it a day. Y'all know this is a shade I would put on the brow bone. I wouldn't really use this anywhere else, so it doesn't bother me too much. But that is the one thing I will say. I don't like those type of shades in here. They have one in the, I think, the Wild Berry palette that they had like this as well. So I'm not crazy about those shades, but all the other shades are amazing. Like the metallic shades and the duochrome, they are stunning. Let me swatch a couple. Matter of fact, I'm just swatch all the bottom blue shades because y'all know that's what I'm most excited about and what I bought this palette for. I mean, look at how stunning and gorgeous those shades are. Y'all know I don't normally swatch stuff, but like this shade right here and this one right here are just so stunning. It's like coming up bluish green on camera, but when you turn it this way, it's like giving a purple navy shift to it. And this is just a gorgeous purple, blue metallic. But I'm like, yes. So the quality of their shimmers is absolutely amazing. That's one thing I really love about them. They have good mattes as well, but the shimmers will call my name. Then this is the palette I feel like they started off with them. This is the original Dreamy palette. They have a Dreamy 2. I wasn't as crazy about the Dreamy 2 as other people were. I know the late great Mel Thompson loved the Dreamy 2, but I like the Dreamy original better. Another thing I will say is the purple in here isn't that great. So this purple shade right here isn't that great, but the quality of the mattes is good in here. The quality of the shimmers is really nice, and it's a really nice palette overall, and it's a nice little neutral situation with a pop of purple for people who like everyday tones and like warm tones, because it's definitely, you know, to me, giving more warm and cool combination vibes. But it's a really gorgeous palette. I'm a go get another battery, and then we can talk about a couple more palettes. Like, I think they discontinued the Secret palette because that new palette they came out with was really similar, so I think I'll take this one out and we'll skip over that one. But I have a couple more I want to talk about. So the Soul Blooming one and the new, the side by side new palette, and then I wrap up on why you shouldn't be sleeping on Nabla. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, back to what I was saying. I have the Soul Blooming palette here. I liked the color story of this because I felt like it was somewhat unique than their first one. Although when you think about it, they changed out the purples for like more of this periwinkleish type blue. And I want to see, excuse me, how some of this shade is to the other one. I know the shade Honey Drip is really nice. Let's swatch the shade I just showed, Garden Gate, up against their other shimmer. And then swatch the purple up against the blue and see how they look. I feel like some of their shades are a little bit more satiny than others, but they still give a nice metallic sheen to them. If that made any sort of sense. So these are the two I just swatched. I feel like they do a great job with their duochrome shades, and then that's the purple right there. But I feel like they do a great job with their duochrome shades, and that's what I really like about them, especially these iridescent blue to purple shifts. And y'all know blue, purple, and green has my heart, so that's probably why I'm so attracted to like their palettes when I do buy them, because they have these gorgeous shimmers. Plus this one right here looks really nice. It just seems like it's a simple metallic goldish type shade, but they just have really amazing shimmer shades, and their mattes are really good too. Like I said, I like their shimmers a little bit more than the mattes. And of course they have the classic nude palette for everyone who just likes to have a nude in their collection. This was their holiday 2020 palette, I want to say, because I don't remember what their 2020 collection was, if they had one, and 2022 I don't remember them launching one. But this is what it looks like on the inside. Of course, it's just a classic neutral palette everybody likes. What ended up happening was I actually bought this along with the brush set in a Nabla takeover box with Trend Mood, and I ended up what do you call it, wanting to put it in a giveaway, but I ended up buying so much other stuff, so I figured, you know, I just hold on to it for reference, because I was using Nabla a lot of the time, and I was using the brand. So I kind of feel like I've been sleeping on the brand myself, but it's like I can't really say I'm sleeping on you if you're not really coming up with a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know if I should have necessarily made this brand you sleeping on it, you shouldn't actually, because they haven't really been coming out with a lot of stuff. I mean, the last thing I think they came out with was a concealer that again Angelica Nikovic was talking about getting, because she's like she wanted to try it out. But I don't feel like they've been really launching a whole bunch of stuff. But I feel like if you have some of their palettes, this might have been a good video for you as well, because you can pull them out and use them. This is just the classic neutral one. I feel like they just needed this to round out their collection, because you got to think all the palettes I showed you pretty much had a whole bunch of color. They do have a couple of neutral ones, but they're more for smoky eyes. I feel like this one, they did a warm tone and a cool tone. You could do like, you know, everyday as well as other as well as the smoky night look. Plus with this palette, they don't have those sequin satiny type, no, well, not sequin, but like this, the cream to powder shades that I was talking about in the Midnight palette and the Berries palette, because they have that in their little nude what is it called, cutie palette, and this palette doesn't. So I figured I would show this one to show that, you know, they do have options that don't have that formula if you're like me and don't necessarily like that formula and you need a neutral everyday palette. So that's why I feel like people should stop sleeping on Nabla. Even if they haven't launched any eyeshadow palettes in a while, you have this gorgeous blush, they have gorgeous highlighters, and they have a wonderful bronzer formula, and you can get all of them on sale during 21 days of beauty. I think like every year for the like last 3 years at least, they've been on sale. So they have gorgeous shimmer shades in their eyeshadow palettes, and again, those go on sale on Ulta a lot of times as well. So I think Nabla is just a good brand as a whole, and I feel like people have been sleeping on them, but at the same time, it's like they need to step up the game just a little bit in order for people to stop sleeping. So those are my thoughts, but you can comment down below and tell me if you own anything from Nabla, if you remember any of these releases and what you thought of them. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but if you're curious what's on my eyes, I have on the Charlotte Tilbury what is Pillow Talk eyeliner. So that's what's going on with this extra metallic shifting colored eyeliner. And then the eyeshadow palette that's on my eyes, since it's February Black History Month, I've been using black on brands like every day in my Instagram pictures and stuff to highlight black on brand. So this is actually the Ace Beaute palette that I reviewed during the holidays. This is the Aura palette, and I think it looks quite stunning. And I was trying to give y'all a little Valentine's, you know, situation, because I'm not filming any Valentine's videos this year. I know, right? Who am I? But I gave y'all the whole little series with the shorts, so you should be good. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.